Style over substance. Attitude is everything. Live on the edge. These are the only 3 rules that guide our future. A future inspired by the work of Hosan Gonzalez, bound by Mike Palmsmith's cyberpunk law. A dark future cast in a neon glow, where corporations through nuclear fire have destroyed the known world, save for a few megametropolises. The tales you're about to witness are built around the heart of one such city. Robo City 16, where the machine rules through a mechanized iron fist. The promise of prosperity through logic and sedation has stagnated the progress of the people. However, what the logic of the machine will never conclude, but the will of a few may, is it's time for change. It's time to rage. For good or ill, the chosen few are those you witness before me. Let's meet the notorious Mortal Code.
Good evening, everybody. Ha! Ha!
Whoa.
Good evening, everybody.
Wow.
My name is Rummy the Ever-Living. I play Astraea Magnetar, Nomad Extraordinaire. I can drive almost anything. You'll normally see me changing my clothes every episode into dashing out, well, gorgeous outfits, I would say, not dashing. My character is a female. I generally carry around a katana, a shotgun, and some heavy rippers. I drive a lot, and next, if you will, member of the Mortal Code.
I am Luna, and I play Netra, who is a netrunner/streamer who is a member of the Mortal Code. And I wear a headset that's outfitted with cameras that allows me to hack into tech as well as stream an encrypted POV video to the deep stream, which in reality is the stream that you are watching right now. And you as a viewer can actually interact with our game tonight by typing your ideas in the chat. So for example, if we come to a forked hallway and you think we should go left, or maybe you think we should murder an NPC, you can put it in the chat and I will either roleplay it out or relay it to the group.
And I am Enzer. I am a crazy old man named Tink, who is a techie, which means that I fix meat and or maybe metal. I'm the newest member of the Mortal Code, and I am the most moral savvy. Ironically.
Well, there may be 3 new members of the Mortal Code soon enough.
Huh?
What?
You guys asked what
'Cause we're all
happened.
gonna
You guys
die?
said.
I mean, 2 new members?
You're not doing too hot right now.
One would have to survive, so it would be 2 new members.
I'm in my groove.
I guess it would be 3 because Windsor is still alive. So
Wait, Windsor's still alive, and I'd probably have to just do a one-man show with Adalon.
That would be really entertaining. I would watch that. I would tune in and watch you do that.
It's a good thing his voice is the closest to my normal voice of any other character, I think. But okay, so before we get into it, we do have some announcements to get through. We did miss last week. We apologize for that, but we are back up and running this week until further notice.
the cosmos needed realigning.
Exactly. We did just announce on our social medias that that there's another giveaway that we will be enacting next week. It is the official CD Projekt Red Samurai bandana. All you have to do to be eligible to win is literally be present on this stream after the break, and we will pick from everybody collected at that time and do another random giveaway. It is U.S. residents only, unfortunately, just due to shipping restrictions. But yes, that's the only caveat so far. Also, just to reiterate again, we released a Cyberpunk 2077 video game workout that you can do while playing Cyberpunk 2077. You can find that on our YouTube page, SASAPUNKS, or youtube.com/SASAPUNKS. And to bring those new, which we have so many new people every week. This is relevant. This headset that I'm wearing, it's an Oculus Quest 2. I'm wearing it for multiple reasons. One is that Josan Gonzalez depicts many of his characters in Citizens utilizing VR headsets to escape the oppressive reality that they actually live in. Most everybody wears a headset in this universe, so it's to bring you in, to immerse you even more, but also to accentuate my own DMing abilities. I am using... We can sort of consider augmented reality. I have 3 different panels of notes. I have the stream to my left, I have main notes in front of me, and tertiary notes and tools to my right. And I can roll. It's pretty much DMing evolved. Which is why you see so many people now integrating this into their own streams. So many. I wouldn't look that up, just trust me. And last but not least, we are joined by the illustrious, the illuserstrious, losers. Luna and Enzer together make LUZER, and together they are the hosts of the LUZER Club, a Tuesday through Thursday
We don't
stream.
even know anymore. There are changes on the horizon.
There are changes on the horizon. Stay tuned. Exciting stuff. But they're wacky. They're awkward. They roleplay and they cosplay. So definitely, if you're looking for some new and exciting streamers, they are losers. Now, with is that it? Anybody else have any announcements while we're here?
The sun rose today. It also set.
When last we left our punks of the Mortal Code, the mobile Megatropolis of New Samarkand had been invaded and pacified by Robo City 16's Ministry of Justice, led by their leader, the fourth and only Kennedy. With Adalon's help, the Mortal Code was able to navigate through much of the captured city without garnering attention from Kennedy's forces. But in order to get close enough to Kennedy to free the Shepherd and reactivate New Samarkand's defenses, the Mortal Code would need to go underground, through the gears, the labyrinth of machinery that propels New Samarkand forward. We pick up now, as the Mortal Code finishes dispatching the Ministry of Justice forces between them and Adalon's secret entrance into the gears, which happens to be inside of the establishment known as the Leopard's Lair, with many different... You sort of look through the boarded up windows, and you see what seem to be, if you didn't know otherwise, taxidermied leopards. Many of them sort of sleeping on counters, powered down in corners or alongside the wall. This seems to be an establishment that was run, when it was run, by animals, animatronic animals, robo animals. So, what would you like to do? You're still sort of outside of the establishment. You haven't entered yet, but all of you are collected. You're looking rather bad from the battle you just got through.
Can I try and hack some of the leopards and overrun their systems so that they can fight for us?
As you try, there is no power to them. So, in tune with the rest of New Samarkand, and you notice from the solar wings, which propelled a lot of the citizens throughout the city, even those are powered down right now. So there's no power source. If you find a power source, it's likely, and you know that Adina can act as a power source. Tink also has a power source on his back. Or if you can come up with any other means to power them, then absolutely.
I would like to look for a power source first, aside from Adina and Tink.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ah. 15.
15. I mean, you've seen numerous control panels per establishment. You even see one for what seems like this neighborhood or this district in the central plaza, but none of them have any power even going to them. So even the power sources are powered down, if that makes sense. That's why you got, like, the means that you have on you right now are the only means. And at this point, you see Adina sort of, like, get really happy and start just, like... Her scarf is already sort of levitating her solar sort of band
around her, circling around her. She just sort of like levitates on top of a leopard and sort of starts to like ride it and hug it. And she says, "It's so soft. I didn't think it would be this soft." And you start to see energy signatures register inside of the leopard.
Wow. Do they have to have a constant thing of power, or can it just be like a jumpstart thing?
It can be a jumpstart thing, but they'd have to be renewed. Like the power would run out.
While this is taking place, I would like to know whether or not there's a door between us and the entrance. Because if there is, I'd like Tink would like to ask everybody to step aside, and he's gonna attempt to kick the door open.
Didn't we jump into the stairs that lead to the leopards there?
Yeah, we went into the stairwell, but typically there's like a door, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely a door down there. And you even see Adalon like trying to look through the boarded window, and he goes, "Azam! Azam, it's me! Come on, open up! Azam!" And he looks at you, Tink, and he goes, "I guess it's our only option."
I got this.
Sorry, just really quickly, Tink, you would be able to use your power source to jumpstart one or a few of these leopards if that's what you wanted to, but it would be a temporary thing, and you'd have to continually do it.
I got that, but you said that there are more inside that we could see, right?
Yeah, there's just currently one outside that Adina's on right now, and it just like almost like picks itself up and starts operating like a natural leopard, only pacified around you. It starts to sort of like sniff Netra, sort of like like presses its head alongside Netra's side, and Adina just sort of like giggles and says, just like scratches it behind the ears, and it starts to react as well. It's near impossible to tell whether or not this thing is real or fake. You know it's fake, but it's putting on a good show. So yeah, sorry, continue. You can bashing open the door. And I would say Adalon will help you with this, so you can roll at advantage. Be like 1 or 3, 2, 1, and then you're kicking it in, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, roll at advantage.
Here we go. 1 was a natural 10.
Ooh, nice. It's one of those dead on center impact. The door flies off its hinges forward, skirts while still perfectly vertical on the ground, holds its balance briefly, and then falls down in the direction of the entrance. And as you look inside, you see numerous different booths. You see one very ornate bar with what seems to be numerous different tubes sort of coming down from the central vat of shifting colors. And in all of these stalls, as I said, you can see leopards sitting on top of the tables, taking up almost like a resting position in some of the seats themselves. And there's almost like just like a wall where you can see almost like a museum of leopards, just what may have been putting on a show. It's just like a space for them that's got natural elements in it. Yeah. And when you guys enter, Adalon goes, "Azam! We took care of him outside. Come on, man!" And then, actually, let's see.
Just thinking about our group. Our group looks weird standing outside this boarded up place, just like an old man, like we're all bleeding almost to death.
I would, after kicking the door open, and while Adalon is trying to reach out to Azam, I'm gonna look around the group, and whoever I'd like to talk. I'd like to know who's the worst off right now. Being one of the only people with first aid, I'd like to get to work.
Check the netrunner, Tink.
Give me a general perception check, Tank.
Oh.
Definitely looks worse for wear. I haven't seen her eyes in forever, but yeah.
I bet they're bleeding right now.
18.
Okay. You hear some sort of like radio chatter coming from outside. Up the stairs. It almost seems like it's coming from one of the downed Polizei forces that you took out. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but it seems like it's like over. Over.
Netra, do you hear that radio chatter out there? Any way you can jam it?
I can try.
Well, here, let me fix you up. Actually, you're not looking too good.
Question,
Oh
could-
my God.
Stay put for a second.
Magnus, I have a question outside of. Are we allowed to ask Netra
you
to
have
like
to
ping
force it.
people? I guess, or to ping the enemies, or no?
What'd you say?
We allowed to ask Netra to like ping enemies, like, oh hey, where are these guys? Like, since we hear enemy chatter, can we like, could she, like in Cyberpunk, ping them? I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much to flesh out a bit more of what your capabilities are. When the city's infrastructure is mostly powered down, your opportunities lie within the Polizei forces and anything that is sovereign in its energy source. So the Polizei forces are that they operate off their own energy, and so that's why you can still hack them, and that's why you can still sort of tap into their communications. But yeah, when it comes to doors and things like that, functions of the city, those are unavailable to you. But if you did want to, that's a good idea, Astraea, tap into that radio signal, try and figure out what they're saying, as well as sort of triangulate where it might be coming from, you can do that as well. That is available to you.
Can I start by doing applying first aid to Netra?
Yeah, I would say that you probably pull everybody in, get them out of the street. Adalon's still helping to clear. Adalon's helping to clear space so like people can sit down and lay down. And he's looking also for some medical supplies.
Thank you, dear.
On top of that, and go for it. You can. I would say once a day you can make a first aid check that has an opportunity to heal your teammates.
Gotcha. And I would like to basically just move from one person to the next in order of severity.
Okay.
Can I do this on myself as well?
Yes. You do.
Cool.
And then if let's say that you start bleeding again, or you guys take a lot of damage, you can still do a first aid check, but that would just be to mend the wound. It would not be to heal you. It would be to prevent penalties, not to heal you. Does that make sense?
And that's within the same day?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well then, do you want me to just roll down the line, you know, like do one for Netra, one for, is Adalon looking good? I don't think he was. Pretty sure he got messed up.
So
Oh, yeah, he
for
was
some
almost
reason
dead.
our webcam went out.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
I don't know why.
Come
It's
back!
It's refusing to turn back on.
Oh no.
The losers decided to leave us. Everybody, it was
Hold on.
they just
Welcome
left.
to the SASAPUNKS podcast.
Like
We-
look.
We
Look.
phased
They just left.
into
You see this?
another dimension.
You
I
see
just
this?
read your comment about my biceps.
Look at this.
Can you do it without
Luna.
forcing yourself? Wow. Oh
oh
my god, that's
Whoa!
crazy.
Your biceps
See?
going to explode. All right, try again.
I think it's hilarious.
I mean, they
Hello.
do have
We
invisibility
passed our
perks.
stealth checks.
They
Oh.
did.
Can you do it?
It's not my skin, it's the fabric sticking up, but I'm getting there.
Cheating.
Could help you out just like yeah.
Hey,
Yay, we're
there
back.
we go.
Look at this.
We
Brock.
exist.
You guys might want to
Liars.
shift to your lefts. There you go.
Liars. Oh, now I have all this room.
Turn
Oh my
autofocus
goodness, I have
off.
so much. Oh, nope, I don't have that much room.
All right. Okay. So can I just roll back to back to knock out these?
Yeah, so 4. And I wrote down Alan's.
All right. This one will be for Netra. Hey, you're looking good. $24 for Netra. So you roll 2d6.
Get out of our dimension, Rummy.
Roll 2d6 to get health back.
they're on Earth C-137. I'm on Earth C-136. So there's this
Decent.
bench right there.
All right, so that's Metra, and then I'll do Astraea. I'll use luck to make that 20. So you roll 2d6.
Don't think
There
that
goes half my luck. And then I'll go. Then I will tend to Adalon.
Yeah.
How much health is required to no longer be in serious wounded?
So long as he gets above a 13, your penalty will be eliminated.
I rolled 24 for you.
Well, as soon as I take damage, I'm doomed. Yeah, 5 points of health back. I rolled super shitty. Well, super crappy. Excuse my language, I guess.
I don't know how you want to deal with
My
a natural one.
ears.
I rolled for
Deal
for
it!
Adalon.
They're bleeding.
On
Does it matter? Or
it does.
oh. Third one's a charm. Gonna fix you up real good here, Adalon. Check it out. No. I'll do this blindfolded.
I don't think he's telling the truth. Adalon. Just did me. It doesn't feel good. It's worse than vital death.
You got healed well, okay?
Yeah, we'll say that you hear some activity outside coming from up above the stairs, and you like turn your head really quickly, and your arm, like your entire body, sort of turns as well, and you just hear, and you're just like, "Ah!" from Adalon as you look down.
Healing him
and,
with a
like,
knife?
or
Surgery!
whatever you are. Yeah, like maybe your finger's in there or something.
Whoa.
He's like, I don't know much about medical things, but this seems. You just like. He spits up 2 points
you
of
got a
blood
point there.
all over your torso.
Good blood. Save it.
My bad. I'll get you good on the next one, though.
Just trying to get that bullet hole out, or that bullet out.
Hey, but I got a natural 10 for me.
It's like you did that on purpose.
You cut around the bullet hole to make it better.
I'll turn away from him as I like. Oh man, it's going so bad for me right now. So bad.
You're letting his wound breathe a little bit by cutting more into it.
You get the first pair of scissors out by stabbing it with another pair of scissors and wedge it out.
What do you want me to do for a natural 10?
For natural 10, you can add 1 additional d6
Ooh.
For healing.
I'll take
I mean,
it.
Adalon should have caught on to that a while ago.
We want his
Like,
solar wings.
I can find something around here, and I actually did roll to see for his check. He got a natural 8, and he like jumps behind the counter, and says like, if this was on, we would be able to infuse ourselves with any chemical we wanted.
Cool.
Any chemical compound, an upper, a downer, whatever. You just hook it up to the solar wings, and the solar wings infuse you as they wrap around your body with the chemicals. It's unfortunately not on right now.
Look at Adina and be like, "Hey, Adina, could you go like grab that for a second? Just go grab it for a second." Just like,
Hang on. I feel bad. I'll use my power pack. I can use my power pack to power this, right?
He's like, yeah, you can. But he's like, yeah, don't even worry about it though. I found, or not, don't even read it. He starts ruffling through like drawers and opening cabinets and things, and he's like, I found 2 of these, and they're like injectors. And he says, who else needs some? I mean, nobody's still looking good, but I've got 2 of these. They should be a little bit helpful.
how old?
They've got like the red plus sign on them.
How old are those, Adalon? Are they expired or?
And you hear, wait, no, hey, you put those back. Those are mine. And you see one of the leopards starts to move off of the table
No, good.
as an illusion dissipates, and somebody in like this full leopard print tux, wearing a leopard print turban, presents themselves.
Wow.
And
see why the leopards died. Okay.
very well themed here.
Adalon, you can't just barge in here. I was hoping you would all leave. If you're looking for access to the gears, you can go through the normal way, but you leave everything in here. And Adalon's like, come on, man. Don't you see what situation we're in? We're trying to free the shepherd. We can reverse all this. He's like, you don't know that. These forces are bad business. You should see what they did to the people of the square when they got here. And Alan's like, the best thing we can do now is make it to the leopard's cradle and free the shepherd. It's our only chance. Otherwise, you're in a life of servitude with under Robo City 16's rule.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
If you will.
And he's like, I'll take my chances with my leopards in here.
And Adalon's like looking at you guys like.
And Adina goes, does that mean I have to leave this guy?
And he's like, he kind of looks at it. Interestingly, that Adina it both has the working solar wing and a functioning leopard. Just assumes it must be something that he's not considering.
And he goes, of course, that is mine. It is not yours, little child.
Don't talk to her that way.
And as he turns to you, as
I square up. I got my chest out.
You are the rudest people, even more than the Polizei forces. This is unbelievable.
That may be said, but we might save your ass.
As you're talking to him, you see Adalon in the back, just like.
I'm gonna see.
What does that mean? Kill him?
I'm gonna be like,
knock him out.
hey, you know what?
Knock him out.
For your-
Adalon's not a kill kind of, person.
For here,
Gave
I
us
got
permission.
I got a present for you, and
He didn't
I'm
be
gonna turn around and like pretend I'm like, well, I am gonna take off my backpack, pretend I'm ruffling through it to find him something. Where did I put it? Here, oh, here it is, and I'm gonna turn around and swing the backpack with the power pack and the fuel tank.
Okay, roll at
At him.
advantage, because Adalon's gonna help you.
Nice. Is this with reflex, which I'm still hopped up on?
No, remember that last one round if it's from Adina.
No, I jammed reflex into my body.
Oh, then yes.
Remember before I headbutt the person?
Oh, yeah, then yeah. Oh, so I had advantage and you double it, so.
Or I'm sorry, dexterity. It's 22.
22. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I like how I barely get past 20 with advantage and reflex.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage with melee. Let me see. It'll just count as like a simple melee weapon. And since you have reflex, the damage will be doubled.
Nice.
Oh, what's your body actually?
5.
So it's 2d6.
Nice.
So yeah, roll
So do
that
I-
and then double it.
Okay. It's 12.
With Adalon's help, you sort of like from the ground spin around, sack him upside of the head. He sort of like he gets lifted up onto his toes, Azem, and Adalon just like takes one of the glasses from behind the counter and just him down to the ground. Sorry, Azem, but we've got more important things than your fucking stickler shittiness. So right this way, guys. Still got those 2 injections, and we better get out of here before he gets up. We also have got company. As he starts to grab Azem and starts to like pull him behind the counter to try and hide him.
I'm gonna grab one of my grenades and place it in his hand. I'm not pulling the pin or anything. I'm giving this to him.
For protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might need it. And I will remove that from my inventory. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let's use those injectors before we head out.
Adalon had him.
If we look at Adalon, does he look like he needs it?
I mean, his eyes are kind of. He looks like he's lost a lot of blood. He's got like a big red mark on his chest.
Yeah. Go ahead and
like-
take one for yourself.
No, you guys sure?
Yeah, I feel bad. And then there was that one thing that I could power that you said could be used to like heal and.
No, just for drugs, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
And he said it works with solar wings as well. So like Adina could take drugs, but you guys don't necessarily have solar wings.
Okay.
Like yeah, I was actually. This is the last place I wanted to stop before we got out of here. Before Kennedy invaded. We would have had a hell of a time, but there's always a future when we rid this city of this Robo Scourge.
So
I'm gonna. Sorry, real quick. I'm gonna grab that and go over to Adina and be like, "Hey, kiddo, you want to wear this? How you feeling?"
Wait, wear what?
It was a thing that she could wear, right?
No. It's imagine a large vat of like when you look in one of those squishy kids toys and it's got like a bunch of different sparkles and glitter and color swirling around, it's
Yep.
almost like that. Like constantly mixing with many different kinds of tubes arcing down from it that are like hanging in the air. Like, oh, you want some like
Oh, so is it kind of like those like a drug dispenser?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, and it just needs to be powered to.
Yeah, but the system is that you use the solar wings to. You're pretty much like changing the chemistry of the solar wings. That then you're like wearing this topical drug infuser.
It's cumbersome though, right? It's like a whole thing.
I like how you're like trying to, like you could you see it's like it is fastened to the ceiling, but if you really it's pretty much backpack size. If you really wanted to take a huge thing of drugs with you, by all means.
I'm gonna stash
You
it.
definitely have a problem.
Can I stash it?
It's there's no stash, there's no like.
Oh, it's attached to saying. Okay, fine. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
Can I see like what tube has the red eye tube and just grab that and just like shoot a little bit of it into a bag and like put it away and like wherever Adina needs a little kick up, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
If you look like you're going to want to use it, then I would start prepping my power pack to power it on.
And it's like I'm gonna take a little bit of this red eye right here to in case Adina may get a little pickup. Maybe she gets hurt. Maybe she gets down on her luck. I don't know. Maybe we will eventually be able to use it. I don't know. Just grab the tube and just. I guess I
Okay.
wait for the power.
Yeah, I'm trying to find exactly. So the way that it works is literally like you program the amount of whatever chemical you want into your into the dosage, and without it being powered on, you just have a tube connected to that chemical. But just go ahead and give me I guess like an intelligence plus.
I am waiting for him to power it. So.
Oh, okay.
I will do it. I don't think it would be very. Well, I don't know. Do I need a roll for that?
No. Let's just save that time. Yeah, it's a simple matter.
So
Tis
I guess
done.
then do I roll?
You're all
for-
set.
What do I roll for then?
It's literally just you just don't have like a safe way of administering it. It's like
Yeah.
liquid gas, kind of half liquid, half gas form as you bring it out.
I could use I could try and use my jury rig. I could jury rig a refresh to like be an adapter on the end of the tube. If that makes sense.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, yeah, that'd work.
You have
I
a
like that.
propane. You have a propane cylinder. I can just fill your propane cylinder with it if you want to get rid of your gas.
No.
Gas propane. Drug propane. Propane drug.
I rolled a 20.
Yeah, easy enough. It like works really well. Now you pretty much have. It's just. I mean, it's still hard to gauge the amount. Like, this is a different format of red eye.
Box wine red eye.
So what I'm gonna do is you're just going to give me a will plus concentration every time you want to use it. The lower the roll, the more out of hand it will get. And yeah, Adalon's just like, yeah, well, whatever we can use to fight against the police side. We might not make it out of tonight, so
You almost didn't make it before. I should have splashed this on you, but back there.
I don't think that's how that works.
Drug me, drug you, whatever.
Okay, so Adalon, he takes one of the cartridges, and that'll be 66. Wow. Did anybody else need one of the cartridges?
I wouldn't say no to one, but
I'm looking about like I have 24 points of health.
if I could put a number on my health, I'd say 21.
You might want to take one. Oh.
Yeah.
What's
Wait, what'd you
Vitalik?
say yours
I
was?
said you might want to take one. I'm higher than both of you, so. Okay.
Yeah. Use it on Netra here. Be quick about it. Let's go.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes.
I do
Okay.
it.
Adalon.
Then I'll roll for you. Oh, all ones. I'm just kidding. 30.
Oh. Oh my god, David.
Yeah, actually.
That's almost what I rolled.
A really high roll for all. It's like 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6.
What?
I
can't remember the
and-
last time I was full health.
You actually see like Vitalith looking at the orb of drugs and just like scraping his head against it and his little claws.
Can you take those Vitalith? Maybe give us drug shots instead of health shots, since you're all out anyways.
It's a mobile drug facility.
As I look at Vitalith and this thing, do I feel like I could rig something up to work here?
I would
he's a
say
drug
you're probably
dispenser?
picturing something of like literally just welding it to the bottom of Vitalith's form,
I
or
would
even
like
the
to
top.
do that.
So he's almost like an engineer from Halo. It wears like tentacles underneath, like the.
This is ironic.
Yeah.
The things I would always shoot. Come here, Vitalith. Don't worry.
I smell an upgrade.
Oh, it sure is. Everybody's gonna like you a lot more.
I just couldn't help but notice you all fawning over this machine. I wanted to investigate.
19. To jerry-rig it.
Simple enough. Takes some time. At this point, you do start to hear like the pounding of footsteps, the shifting of machinery.
Just a little bit longer.
Inside of the square, and you do hear the radio chatter of robotic voices coming from the square. And you,
Almost done.
Adalon runs over to a wall with like a full leopard print, like a wall just covered in full leopard print, touches in a certain sequence the black portions of the print, and it's just like beep boop 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 boop, and then that entire area just disappears, and he goes inside.
I don't do nano walls.
Oh. Well, if Yeah, as soon as I finish, I'll throw my pack back on and be like, all right, I'm ready. We're good to go.
Let me get my car back.
Well, I'm good as new. What is this? You see, like, his tiny little robot hands reach down and, like, start playing with the little tubes at the bottom. It's gonna take some getting used to, but, how do I look? So he, like, spins around and all of the little tentacle things are, like, spinning with him.
Like a tramp. Trampy.
Tink is gonna have those sparkly anime girl eyes.
Oh!
It's
Beautiful. All I see is Pop Team Epic.
Probably following an accidental puncture from one of the things. But okay, so the I should have described it as more of a manual. So, okay, what are you doing? More of a analog solution for the door going in, because again, there's no power to this place. So let's just say he pushes in the leopard print black pieces and then sort of like pushes the wall forward and slides it out of the way. And he takes you down a series of hallways that get more and more narrow. It does seem like the back room to any production room, cables sort of spilling across the length of the walls. Even you sort of have to duck under a few times before he takes you to a sort of moves a bunch of boxes out of the way, lifts up a grate, and says like, well, we've made it. And he says, I'll go first. And what's going to be the marching order?
I'll go last. I would like to basically put in place the IED that I made last time. And if you remember, I did not throw the IED the first time. I wanted that to be the grenade. And I did remove 2 grenades from my inventory. So I still have the IED.
Okay.
I'd basically like to go last, rig it to blow if it is moved. If the grate that we are going into is opened.
Okay.
I'm gonna trigger the ID.
Hopefully Azem doesn't try and follow you guys, but yeah. It's
We can just play hide and seek.
hey, do what you hey.
It's a good point, but it's already happened, or at least that's my plan.
Okay, yeah. So Adalon's going first. Who's going next? And Adina is following you with the leopard as well. So.
Oh.
I'd like to be as close to the leopard as possible.
Okay. And Adina even asks, like, you want to ride?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I like ride and Adina sits in front of me? Can we both ride the leopard?
Yeah, I would say if your character is like your real life
4 foot nothing. I'm just joking.
dimensions, then yeah, it should be easy enough.
Cool.
Yeah, and there's this nice, like, almost like an engine, but like this rhythmic hum coming from the leopard that is also warm. Like, it feels like this mix of machine and organic material. And also, you've never actually really seen an animal before, so you might even wonder to yourself whether or not this is what they sounded like and felt like. So sorry, who's going marching order? Adalon, and then
I think it would probably be Poe.
maybe
I
the
don't know,
person
where
with the katana.
are you going?
Astraea!
I'd want to be
Get in there.
I'll go in the
behind
middle.
people, kind of, because I don't know if I mean Adalon's a fighter.
Well, I can't go in front.
Yeah, I know Adalon. That's why I say Adalon would be in front. But I don't know if you two would be in front, since you have Adina and you're an old man who fixes things. So I mean, you'd probably be in the middle, you two, and then I don't know, Astraea would be in the back, like guarding the rear, I guess, in case that the guys came after us, and if there were any surviving people.
I'm gonna rig this to blow. When we get down in there, I'll get behind Adalon. You can take up the rear.
Okay.
I'll be in back for now.
Below the tunnel?
Maybe I'll go after
Okay.
Adalon, but maybe Adina can sit on the back of the leopard, not the front of the leopard. You know? She can hang on to my waist. And then
Solid.
I'll ride forward on the leopard with with my gun out.
Okay.
She does have the
So
solar ropes,
Adalon,
she has that.
and then Tink, and then Netra and Adina, and Astraea. Followed by Astraea.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Cleo, as you slide down the ladder,
Oops. One thing.
Yes.
Can I add the? Can I put like the heavy cloak over Adina? I guess as like extra protection in case like shots get past me. I guess since she's right there. Yeah.
Heavy cloak?
Yeah, I have the heavy cloak from the radiation storm. Like from that, I'm just gonna throw that over. I guess out of my backpack. It only protects against like radiation, and I think in like
Okay. Well, say you just see this like this scarf that comes up from where the cloak covers around her shoulders that's still illuminated, and that'll offer her a little bit more protection as well. So as you guys slide down, you are presented with a very similar avenue or scene as how you got into New Samarkand. Metallic poles everywhere, like huge collections of pipes and tubes zigzagging in numerous different directions. You look through some of the machinery to see open spaces with massive gears connecting to each other, but it's different in how it feels because there is nearly no mechanical sound going on, whereas before it was this like constant even Adalon is like, this is kind of eerie. I've never experienced this before.
utterly quiet.
I've never had to actually be super quiet in here. So everybody make stealth checks.
Hide and seek.
I wonder if that would work.
Can we do hide and seek now, or is that not possible for Adina? Like, ask her.
That's more when there are enemies around.
Oh, we can just like stealth. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So like
I
I
got
said,
a natural 10, so that's a 26.
The leopard just takes care of your stealth for you,
Perfect.
moving on very smooth limbs. Very smooth. So smooth.
this might not be a good time for me. I got a natural 1.
As you're sort of, you have to turn your body to skirt through a very narrow passage. Something is sticking out, a nozzle on one of the pipes, and as you're trying to squeeze past, you don't notice it, and it presses the extension portion of the Goku katana, and you now hear. What the hell's going on back there?
Boop. Nothing. The pipe burst. Shh.
You look
Why are you
at
being so loud?
Adalon is just like, you look past the entire row of your comrades, and Adalon's just looking at you, and
Adalon, why'd you say it? Why'd you be that? Why'd you do that? Adalon did it. You saw it. Y'all saw it.
damn it, Adalon!
Even Adina's shaking her head at you.
Oh, yeah, come on,
In
Adina.
disappointment.
I think you should hand me that cool sword.
Ride your leopard. With her.
Let's go, Netra. We don't want Astraea to ruin our camouflage.
Your camouflage was ruined by Adalon, not me.
Yeah. So I don't think that we're gonna have an element of surprise anymore, but we might just want to make this about expediency at this point.
There's plenty of workers down here, aren't there? Like we could pretend it was one of the workers, couldn't we? Like what? Maybe
We're probably going to have to. We're going to run into the workers, I think. Either that or some amount of forces down here. For the gears to be off is unprecedented. And you don't understand how people are selected for jobs here. They would rather die than let these be halted. New Samarkand has... I can't remember the time when this wasn't functional.
I would like to... as Adalon is saying that, I would also like to take the time to remind people that Tink internally goes by Tank now. So
Tank?
Tank.
I forgot about that.
Until these drugs wear off and reality sets in, he's Battle Tank. But I'm gonna, based on what Adalon is saying, I'm gonna look around to see if I can like surmise where a control room might be.
Okay.
Following cables, looking at.
Well, no. Adalon knows where
navigation.
he's going.
Oh,
He says, "Yeah, I can get us there, but it's probably going to be locked down."
is it? I, you recommend we go there, or are we trying to bypass the control room?
I mean, it's up to you guys. With the gears back up and running, we can move New Samarkand, and some of its tertiary functions will be up and running as well, like climate control inside. If we can free the workers down here, we'll be set up to hit the ground running when we turn the Shepherd back online. Everything down here doesn't work independently of the Shepherd, but if they're not here to run it, the Shepherd doesn't have access to it.
Well,
So we'd just be handicapped. So we can, it's either speed or function at this point.
function. I want to fix what's broken. For Breaker.
For Breaker!
For Breaker.
Is that the maybe trash can?
My friend. Best friend.
Okay, so Adalon says, we've got a little ways to go. We might still have the element of surprise, but just keep your ears open and your eyes peeled.
Can I teach Adina about musicals along the way so she can perhaps force the enemy into a musical number with us?
YMCA. Sure. Give if you can roleplay that. But Adalon brings you guys through a series of networks, climbing up ladders, like descending down chutes, going through very untraditional paths. It's not like this was the path he's taking you was made to travel. It's up and over tubes, opening different shafts, even unscrewing different plates to remove, to slide under massive machines. And he brings you to a this cavernous, almost open cavity in the gears beneath New Samarkand. This large space that's host to numerous interlocking vertical and horizontal gears of varying sizes. You see quite a few gears that are even larger than 40 feet in size, with teeth that extend out about 5 feet. So you just look into this huge labyrinth of clockwork, pretty much. And he says, we need to get to the other side. And you can imagine that these gears, when the gears are up and running, wow, that's redundant, shift together. Like two sides come together to propel the equipment. And you're on one side and you need to get to another. Pretty much picture like you're standing on top of a field of mushrooms and another field of mushrooms is like separated by about 8 feet. And you just need to get to the other side. So there's like horizontally oriented gears like this that you're standing on currently. And it's just going to be a few different hops. So Adina, Levitt, actually...
It's like... I feel like there are plenty of what was it? Super Mario World. I'm sure there's like a level with like spinning gear. I feel like that's a very popular game environment. So picturing it.
Yeah. Adina just with Netra, as Adalon says, okay, we need to get to the other side, and then the control room isn't far from there.
All right. Let's see here. Maybe.
Can I start?
Oh, do we see any? I'd like to do a perception check to see if we see or hear any of the Citadel forces.
Okay, go for it.
Robo City.
I'd like to start singing I Can Go the Distance and start running towards the jump.
Go for it. Adina already does this almost automatically. As Adalon says, we need to get to the other side, the leopard takes off and starts hopping up. Netra, without you even inputting a command, just hops on top of the teeth of the gears and just deftly jumps onto the other side.
Oh wow.
Goodness for that.
Fine, my. Yeah.
Drugbot. Can you help me over here? And I'm gonna look at him as I carabiner my rig onto him, my chest rig.
Well, we didn't have a conversation about new names, but maybe now's the time.
I like it.
Drugbot?
Drugbot.
Sort of spins around with all the tubes and cables sort of slapping to the side, looks at you, Astraea.
Oh my god.
Drugbot?
A bit too archaic, don't you think? But
She's right. I don't like it at all.
Ah. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, Adalon like looks at you, Netra, and is just like,
I'm gonna start moving, moving towards the gap, and I'm gonna like, you got me? Good. And I'm gonna jump.
Well, I don't know with this new amount of weight.
oh, and you just you're levitating, but slowly going down. So you manage to get to a point where Vitalith is level, but your fingers are about to be crushed into the side of the opposite gear. So you've made it to the other side. I would just give me one of those simple little Dex plus Athletics checks.
start singing.
24.
Okay, yeah, you manage to, as you sort of like quickly move one hand to grab the top of the gear, and the other hand's on Vitalith, you almost hear this like this sigh of relief come from Vitalith, but in, of course, the really weird nature that Vitalith usually conveys everything. He then starts to sort of lift himself up. You just use your arm to press down on the gear and just sort of slap yourself up as you hear the scraping of the drug tendrils as Vitalith regains his altitude.
I'm gonna get up and dust myself off and be like, got that drug strength, baby! And then I'm gonna tell Vitalith, go over and help Astraea over.
I'm singing while running and jumping.
Yeah, Adalon gets next to you and he's like, I've done this a few times before, but they're usually moving when I do it, so I think we got it. And he just sort of like gets into a sprinter's position, backs away, and just...
I sing Aladdin.
Maybe
when I
just-
go.
Hold on.
Be ready just in case, you know?
Aladdin or Hercules?
Oh no, Hercules. Never mind. Yeah, it's Hercules. Okay, yeah, I got that confused. Yeah, Hercules.
Now you have to
And I
roll a
jump.
disadvantage.
No!
I've
Street
I've
urchin.
tried to position and unhooked my carabiner from Drugbot in the event that they need assistance.
Okay. Adalon just smooths over.
22
Fancy.
is the check I got.
22, and he and Astraea just sort of slide over at the same time.
And end our duet.
Yeah. He probably would tell you not to sing because you're almost there, but
You know, I wanted to be a musician before I became a nomad, so it was.
Before you
fake.
became a nomad? Weren't you born into a nomad
Quiet!
society?
Wanted to be a choir boy.
had a lot of time to think in that curled up literal fetal
Is
state.
it-
Just always driving, always bumping around. I want to be a singer.
Yeah. Tetra was probably bumping some jams. Filled the bass. Anyway. So, you guys make it to the other side. Adalon continues to guide you through more machinery, more over, not traditional avenues, before finally he breaks a panel off and actually sort of crawls into an open traditional walkway with a sealed bulkhead, maybe 4 feet wide, 8 feet high, and he says, on the other side of this, and it's got one of those wheels, the bulkhead spinning wheel. What do you call those? It's not a wheel. It is a wheel, but it's not.
It's like a
vault thing.
A valve thing,
Yeah, there we
whatever.
go.
valve hand. Vault,
door,
vault
spinny door handle. Wow, we're good here.
Spinny door handle.
We put our minds together. We can come up with
Can't even.
names for anything.
I don't know what the name of that is. Arn.
It's a cyberpunk world. You can just make up a name, a word.
Spinny door handle.
Yeah.
The Zasperdoo.
Okay.
Sci-fi spinny door.
And he says on the other side of this door is the control room. They've probably got it on lockdown. So we should be as careful as we can.
Got it.
I'm gonna try and see if I can hack anything through the door.
Okay,
On
give
the
me
other side.
a Give me
doorknob.
a tech plus.
A sci-fi doorknob.
Give me a tech plus perception.
Sorry, I keep looking at the picture of
16.
Cyberpunk.
With a 16, you notice one signature level with you about 20, in between 20 and 30 feet. If you're looking at the bulkhead, 20 and 30 feet past the door are like to the left.
Okay.
And you see that the signature belongs to a Polizei commando unit. Yeah, and so you just get the signature, but since you haven't tapped into it yet, you don't have like the what else that means, like what functions they have, their radio, their data bank, their cybernetic components, so on and so forth.
I'm gonna relay that to the group.
And I would like to flip down my
Why?
real thermal optics. They are real. And I'm gonna look for, you know, that scene in a video game where you're looking for like the pipe that has the really hot liquid or something going through there.
You want me to play it here?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Do I see any
Skip this one, please.
pipes giving off a lot of heat?
That's fine. I'm sorry. I like for some reason my phone couldn't connect to the computer, so I was focusing on that.
Oh, good. So I just flipped down my thermal optics, and I'm checking to see if there are any pipes. I know that like all the machinery is turned off, but if there are any pipes that still might have a lot of hot liquid or something running through there.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Any bonuses for having thermal optics applied?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that you have thermal optics. Yeah, you actually see one pipe stick out as a red pipe along the length of connected or sort of, you know, the series of pipes going in the same direction that you see actually stop at the door, take a left, and then go through the door into the next chamber.
Where Netra said that there are multiple bogies.
She
I only
just
got one.
registered one bogey.
Oh, one bogey. Okay.
Oh yeah. Did you ping them or did you just find those one in there? I guess.
I just found them. I didn't try to hack them. I was just looking to see what was on the other side.
She told us where they're at.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have anything yet that I want to do with that. So, but it's good to know. Got that in my back pocket.
Okay. I'd like everybody to roll another stealth check. On the leopard, I would say you have advantage.
22.
Yeah, natural 10.
Wow.
23.
Adalon is like testing the sounds of the door. And after a few seconds of doing that, he goes, "Wait, where'd you guys go? Oh."
We've all just been standing there,
It's
not
like,
even
come
moving.
on.
Yeah, and so he goes, he mouths, "Are you ready?"
The loudest one here, yes.
I am focusing all of my attention on getting ready to hack this.
Okay, the marching order still stands.
I basically just had the Goku blade out, pointed behind us, like almost just like holding out, ready to extend it, basically just straight.
Okay.
Real quick, I haven't. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Never mind.
Yes.
How about while we're all like crouched behind the wall, we've all taken stealthy positions. I'm gonna talk to, look back at the group and be like, maybe we could use Drugbot here to distract him, and then we sucker punch this guy.
Overload him with drugs.
No, maybe just like get him to look the other way.
We don't want to pump it full of red eye.
Get
Then
a
it'll be
surprise
impossible
on
to be.
That's true.
Well, remember, Adina can also be, the hands of drugs, and she can accentuate your moves or decentuate other people's moves. I don't know if that's a word,
We
but
could try hide and seek now. We want to do that. Just
Hide and seek.
We taught her that earlier. I don't know if we taught her the right way or not, but yeah.
I mean, I'll let you guys. I don't remember this drug. Seek the drugs, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't know what red eye does anywhere either. I don't think we've ever used it. Actually, have we used red eye before? Or?
Red Eye is... I'm not sure we have. Did you write down what Red Eye does?
Probably. Hold on.
I know that I would have to scroll very, very far up to
I
get it.
wrote down that it keeps you going and it crashes after 24 hours. Well, like you crash after 24 hours. It says perception concentration ×2.
So it's like
And
the
then it's like
opposite
cocaine.
effects of reflex.
Yeah.
'Cause reflex diminishes your perception
And then it's like a hard crash. as
So
we
you're
find
like,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so if you wanted that for one round, Adina could help you out.
Maybe not. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I want to pump her full of drugs.
No, Adina can just change your chemical
Oh, okay. Yeah,
structure, and there will be no downside to it. It's literally
Oh.
just a temporary...
As we're sitting
I
here.
also wrote down that you get 10 health temporarily.
Nice. As we're sitting here, I'm like, Tank is getting hyped. He's like fidgeting more and more, he's itching. I'm gonna look towards Adina and Netra and be like, can you drug me up? Can you do that Red Rover thing? Send me over there. And I'll pull out my my jumper cables. I'll rush him,
Okay.
and then I'll zap him.
Do it. I'll try and hack his suit. Distract him a little bit while you do that.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
Good idea.
so Adalon finishes rotating the door. He's been doing it this whole time, just like rotating the spinny wheel handle. Just like slowly.
While we're young, Adalon. No.
You immediately see into a large chamber. The only way that you know that it's large is because there's almost an orange spill of light that's illuminating a lot of the chamber. You can tell that what the door opens to reveal is a catwalk that strays to the left. On the other side of that catwalk is a drop. And as you all are crouching, you don't know what's on the other side of that drop, if that makes sense, because you're all low to the ground. And so there's a catwalk and a metal railing that extends from the top of the railing all the way down, so you can't see through it.
But we know that the police side's over there.
As you as you all sort of come in, where Adalon does first, and then Tink, you see that there is a heavily armored police eye unit about halfway down the catwalk in a section of the catwalk that sort of extends out like a small balcony. And there seems to be many different sort of mechanical components by him. And you actually hear talking. Wait, what? No. Ah, there we go. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you actually hear talking come from below the catwalk that you're on in what seems to be the center of this larger chamber. And you hear, that was easier than the rebellion back in our city.
That's because we're still fighting the rebellion. With the capture of a hacker, the tide has very much changed, though. Yeah, well, now our buddies are in Robo City 16 dealing with a four-armed rampaging bitch of death. Forearms are nothing for the might of a single fist of the machine. Glory to the machine.
And then you hear a repeat from numerous forces inside of the same chamber.
Glory to the machine!
I look back at the group and I'm like,
Okay, so I'm not rushing in there.
You hear, Netra, the ping that you got from the commando, you hear that he's on a private comm channel. If you roll high enough, you can tap into it without letting him know. But if you don't, he'll be notified that somebody was trying to get into it.
Maybe we should just stealth around here for a little bit. Save that as a last resort.
can I peek my head? Did you say that we can see down? Now that the door's open, can we like just look down into that room to see and get a good idea of how many people
You'd
are
have
down
to
there?
you'd have to find some way of looking above the railing.
Did we all hear what the guards said, or is it just Tink that heard that?
Everybody heard this.
So can I just say they caught the? Does that mean Hakita is caught? If they caught the hacker,
Maybe.
If she's a hacker, then yeah.
Hakita was the person who brought us out here, got us past most of the hardships, I guess you could say, and got us into the Citadel Ministry of Information, pretty much, with help and everything. With the she's a very big help. If they have her, it's we may want to find out if she's here or not, to see if we could save her. But if she's not here, then we might as well leave, because she would be able to find us easily.
Sounds good, but let's deal with this one thing at a time.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you could patch into his comms and see if you could listen to anything for Hakita, that would be cool. But if not, then yeah.
Well, okay. I can wait.
I'll try it. Get ready to run in case it doesn't go well, you know what I mean?
Wait. Okay, I have an idea.
Dang, I have
Let
this
me
bad
just-
knee. So
Let me just get a good look at this place first.
You guys, you're pretty confident that you are concealed. Based on your rolls, that's represented in the game. A few of you rolled natural 10. Adalon also rolled natural 10. So you are pretty confident in how you're proceeding forward.
I'm just gonna look around, look for any opposing, no, don't do that. Nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna try to sneakily, do one of these numbers, either one of those hup with the assistance of
No,
probably.
it's like 3.5, 4 feet high.
Oh,
The
okay.
railing.
We're just crouched.
It's not
underneath
like
it.
there's a wall as a railing. Safety
it.
first.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna peep the railing, and just try to take a quick gander around this space below us, especially to see how many people there are, if they're on their way out, or if they're hanging around, or really what. So I'd like to take a peek.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay.
We could have Netra ping them.
With an 11, I would say there are details that I just won't point out. But we're going to map cam now. And actually, let's take a break. I'll set up this map during the break. We'll make sure that the camera angle is as good as it can be.
You can only do that when you're on this screen.
Yeah, you can't do it on the break actually.
Oh, then I'll make sure the camera angle is as good as it can be now, and then I will populate.
Here, you stay there. I'll move the camera. You move the map.
Just move the camera back as much as you can, I suppose, and then we'll adjust from there. Move it, arc it up a little bit. So then we'll go turn it to, spin it to your left a little bit. A little bit more. So we want to show, you guys are over here.
Oh, I see.
Spoilers, people. Spoilers. Don't watch this part.
There we go, that's a great view. That's a perfect view, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will be back in 20 minutes. So we'll be back here at 38. We'll just do 38 just to be safe. And we'll see you when Fate next brings us together 20 minutes from now. Thank you for joining us so far on your very valuable Thursday. Remember to like, share, follow, subscribe. Tell friends, family, loved ones, everyone, ants, plants, animals about our stream.
Especially your plants.
Fate is very fickle, though. Fate is fickle.
We'll be back.
Toodaloo-doo-doo-doo.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I don't welcome you back.
Okay, so I have some splaining to do. Just put this down.
Lucy.
Okay, so what you guys see currently,
It's your chin.
see my hand over here. This
Oh,
area right here is down. It's depressed about 15 feet from where they are on the catwalk right here. So this is the mortal code on the, let's see, where they're saying on the left side of the chamber, I suppose, from your perspective. They're on one catwalk, and the catwalk essentially forms a U around the depressed portion of this chamber. So the catwalk pretty much, it's on every side of this depression, the catwalk extends around, and there is another bulkhead door on the opposite side. So if you did want to leave what are clearly, outside of these cardboard cutouts not being an accurate depiction whatsoever, are captured and bound workers. There's a clear difference between the forces that are watching them and guarding them and the ones being guarded. There's a lot of machinery in this room. A lot of machinery. None of it is on, but the orange glow that you saw is emanating deep within these, below these massive interconnected gears that almost act as almost like crushing mechanisms to power this, at least this region of the gears. There's a massive pipe carrying who knows what over here, or valves. There are like pistons that are not working over here. You can see that these are the kind of pistons that definitely sort of, when they're powered on or need to activate, they'll like the cylinder will shoot out. It's unclear how far, but you see that there's a lot of sort of mechanical opportunity inside of this chamber. And there's also a lot of forces. It seems as though from the peek that you got, Tink, there's one quad, except it's a quad larger than most of the quads that you've seen before. This is not one of the smaller ones that climbs on buildings and fires from afar. This is like almost an oppressive, large tank that's just like slowly scanning back and forth. Thankfully, scanning in a direction away from you all. You see that, just to clarify things across the battlefield here, you see that this is another duelist up close. They have a melee weapon. They have the same shoulder pauldrons that shoot out the chaff. You see that this is a unit that you haven't seen before in the center of all of the forces. This one seems to be in the most command. It seems to have a lot more sort of flair in its polizei representation, sort of like gold studs around its shoulders and around its head. The commando unit that I pointed out initially on the same catwalk as you guys, by what looks to be a few different analog controls, and you see another riot polizei force still on that depressed level, and up at the top of the stairs, almost overlooking everything, is an advanced unit. On the opposite side, you see either a sniper or a netrunner. It's hard to discern with the 11 that you got. But yeah, this is a room filled with machinery. There are workers who have been captured. And what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to relay that to the group.
This guy on the same level as us?
Yes, yes.
How, just real quick, how high or how much cover do we have behind that railing that is on our catwalk between us and everybody on level 1 and that advanced unit at the edge of the room? The opposite end.
The railing, again, extends about 3.5, 4 feet, like a little bit over waist high. Like, you'd be able to lean on it with your forearms and, like,
Gotcha.
so, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And is it the type of railing that is like thin metal, or do we think that it could be used as cover? Like, is it like concrete, or is it like, a thin hand railing?
It is a thick metal railing that may be able to stop some small caliber rounds. Anything higher than like a 9mm is probably going to rip right through it.
Gotcha.
So maybe we should try and stealth kill that guy right there. And hide behind the rail.
The giant prego monster?
No, the guy on our level.
Oh, okay, yeah. That guy got it. He's wishful dead.
And I would say now that you've gotten closer, you have a proximity that your your ghost would be able to interface with the commando for sure, and the quad on the first level, the leader on the first level, and the duelist.
I would like to try and hack the quad on them.
Okay.
Hey, hang tight, Netra. Let me try something first.
Are these turrets?
I'm gonna.
No, those are control panels. So where I put the exclamation point is literally just where it looks like there is a method to control some of the functionality of this chamber.
So I'm gonna turn to Drugbot, and I'm gonna see if I can jury rig my EMP antenna onto the Drugbot.
Okay, remember you also have the Cloctopus. And
I don't. I think somebody else got that.
Netra has 2.
But it kills all EMP, right?
Yeah, and what I
In
remember.
a 30-foot radius, remember. So you can...
I thought it was 30 foot and then it goes out to 150.
No, sorry. The 150 is how far it can travel autonomously.
Oh, I see.
30 feet is just the radius of the EMP that it releases.
I'm gonna
So you just see this
put
squiggly-
my advanced techno hat back on. And be like,
Netra. Forgot you even had these. You should use that. Maybe to try and take down the advanced unit.
I can just throw one down there.
No, it's up on the level 2.
Oh, that one.
Maybe send the other one.
I mean, shouldn't one be able to destroy this guy and all the other guys around him, basically?
Well, I can try and hack that one and kill those 3 in front of it, and then send the other Cloctopus over to that big guy.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. I'll release one Cloctopus
Where's the Cloctopus going?
to the big giant
Okay.
mech.
One Cloctopus ready.
Can I somehow put a stealth message into the Cloctopus?
It's...
Stick to the shadows.
You're gonna have to roll for it.
Okay.
And it goes 15 feet every 3 seconds. So you just have to consider that in terms of the time. Each square represents 5 feet. I figure... I forget, does this show what your movement is? Because in this, every square is 3 feet, I think.
I mean, I got move. My move is just 7. I don't know if that means movement.
We'll say that you can just go 7 squares then. I forgot what movement is, and I...
it's for me. It's move times 3.
Oh, so that's how many
In meters, yeah.
Yeah, how many meters you can go.
Mine is 15 then.
But then I think that's actually straight up just how far you can go, because I think 1 square might be just a meter.
Okay.
So so literally just whatever your movement is, that's how many squares you go. How many squares you go? Okay, so, At this point, since you guys have been sort of like waiting and strategizing a little bit, you got a 23 for stealth.
I don't remember. I think
Wait, what did
it
you?
was something really high.
You for the cloctopus.
Oh, I haven't rolled it yet.
Wait, hold on. So, like, if I see her prepping the cloctopuses, then I also am gonna try to, before we engage in combat, I'd like to move as stealthily as I can, and I'm happy to roll for it, towards the unit that is on the same level as us, just down the same catwalk that we're on.
Okay. Your stealth checks are still in effect. I'm going to roll another perception check, however. However, when you guys are all doing this, because some time has happened, you do, Netra, register different sort of signal pings of chatter amongst them, and you, after the signal pings happen, you hear come from the leader, him look around and say,
Kennedy updated our orders. This city is now our territory, designated Robo Province 72. The skins are to be killed if they resist the transition. The city's leaders are already well on their way.
and then you hear the guy who sparked up the conversation last time go, I think we should just kill these now. I mean, these humans are tools. If they get any human-like ideas in their heads, they could become a problem. I say we slaughter them all and pin it on an uprising.
Your hatred for the monkeys is admirable. I'll put you in for a promotion when all this is over.
As they're doing this, I'm gonna be like, 3, 2, 1.
Why are you counting down?
Okay, and you hear one of the guys, one of the workers, sort of like spit their gag out and go, what was the name?
I'm not human.
As you go 3, 2, 1, what was your stealth check for the
20.
octopus? 20. Okay. I'm gonna roll another perception check for them, and then we're gonna get into.
He's like, I have an implanted thigh. I'm not human. See, I'm with you guys.
Huh. 19. You're lucky. Okay, so they're talking the shit. Actually, why did I take that off?
Put your head back on.
Yeah. Okay. So they're talking, and again, I said this was happening while you guys were preparing. So you can. The cloctopus is well on its way. What can act as the cloctopus? Nope, not the cat again. That's just way too.
Wait, you have actual octopus pieces.
You have red spider pieces over there that are trees.
I have octopus pieces?
Well, they're trees, but there could be octopuses.
Oh yeah, that's the Belvedere Street Bell.
Maybe it can be a clock to pussycat.
Wait, here's one.
Oh
This-
my goodness.
Or a beholder, yeah.
That's, oh, great for a cloctopus.
What happened to those trees he had?
Wait,
Tiny
was that a joke?
clock thing? Okay, let's see, 150 feet.
I was picturing an octopus thing.
What happened to the Belbanese trees that were over there? That should be over here, I guess.
Sorry, it's just everything is packed. Should have done this on the break.
Yeah, it's definitely got. So, Tink, you.
Or
you
what
are
about
in
these?
position.
Tentacles.
Right here.
So this is the second cloctopus. Are you
Cthulhu.
releasing a second cloctopus?
No, just one.
No, yeah.
So Tink, you're behind.
Why would I release two?
It's too late to release one now. She didn't before. It's too late. So the only thing that is set up is you're behind the commando and the cloctopus. As you count down 3, 2, 1, you see this. The advanced unit powers down. Let's see. 30. The riot unit powers down as well. Both of them do, and you hear come from one of the workers. Ragnum, now! And you see everybody, all of the workers hop up as pistons shoot forward and knock the leader pretty much down, knock the duelist down, and they don't reach the quadruped. So right now you have whatever you want to do to the commando.
I got
The
something.
sniper over here and the quadruped.
Do we roll initiative now?
Can I snipe?
Yes,
Can I
please.
snipe the sniper with a sniper that I have?
I'm not gonna let you do that because you didn't say anything during the planning phase. So I'm not just gonna give you a reward.
Well, no, I
for
just want to
not
snipe the
contributing.
sniper when the time arises.
Oh,
It's
then
like
of course,
sniper.
roll initiative, please.
Is mine a 5 or a 9?
But I'm
Yours
not
is
gonna
a
roll
5.
initiative.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can pet the cheetah as Adina slaps her hand away.
It's a leopard.
A leopard, sorry.
Wow. Okay, now I think I'd go deserve a bonus for you saying cheetah. No, I'm just kidding.
We should all have advantage.
I get an advantage now. Oh, natural 10, so.
Oh, look at that.
I guess I won't take that advantage this time.
I could still take the.
If I
Okay,
want.
so initiative, Olda, please.
I got a
Natural 10.
not. I got 28, but not a natural 10.
15.
Oh, natural 10 plus my reflexes.
Sorry, you still
20.
get your whatever you want to do to the commando.
I want to take my jumper cables, charge up my power pack, and
Zappy zappy.
Okay, they'll roll a will plus concentration.
This is
Go ahead and roll damage, but it doesn't like EMP them at all. It just sort of like short circuits some of their components. You do notice that they are wearing an exoskeleton. Yeah, and so Astraea, you go first.
ooh, sorry, I haven't used this since the first time, which was the first encounter with Tink. How many d6 was that?
Say 3d6.
I have no idea what a sniper does, so I don't know what the damage.
I think it's still 5d6.
I
I
rolled.
wrote down before.
I rolled an 11 for damage.
Okay. And then we'll just do. Sorry, Netra, what'd you get for your?
Initiative?
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
This is unset.
You say this is unsat?
Yeah. For some reason, some of us like they're saying that. Like, this is unset. Like,
It's a Marine Corps thing, right?
yeah. This is unset. Like, this is unacceptable. Like,
Okay, so Astraea, you are up.
so yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna like, as soon as all this as soon as they pop, I'm gonna pull the sniper rifle, point at the sniper across the way, and just line up the shot as best as I can and fire.
Okay, give me a roll.
Do I need to roll for hit? Yeah, I did it. Yeah. Okay, well, I rolled for initiative and I got another higher initiative, so maybe you can give me. Yeah, no.
When has that ever been
Quiet!
a thing?
Alright, so marksmanship is reflex plus minus. 26?
Yeah, you hit.
Yay, and
Go and roll
what is
damage.
the sniper?
Tink, you're next.
What is the sniper's damage?
I thought
I don't-
she just said
Oh yeah,
5d6.
5d6? Okay. 3, 4, 5. Got it. 5d6.
You also don't know if they're a sniper or not yet.
No, the advanced unit, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's not good. That's alright. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie.
As I go boom, headshot as I fire it, but it doesn't actually hit a headshot. So
Tink, you're up next.
You already had me roll. You said just to roll damage, so I got an 11.
No, you're like you have. That was your surprise turn because you said that you were.
Oh, so that already happened.
Yeah.
Then I would like to try and grab, drop the cables and try and like grab his gun and headbutt him, and take the gun.
Okay.
I won't have to. I won't like. I'm not trying to like. Okay, and then I turn the gun on and shoot him. I'm just basically trying to like grapple his gun. Not grapple his. You know what I mean. I'm trying to disarm him, but get in close and crazy and headbutt him.
Yeah. So it's going to be a competing Dex plus brawling. So you're going against a commandos.
They're going against a battle tank.
You got it.
A battle tank.
You got it, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's really good. 26.
I'm imagining that Tink is incredibly vascular and looks like he just got done with a heavy weightlifting session from all the drugs being pumped into him, on top of also at the tail end of a rave. So
all of his varicose veins are like popping.
yeah, so it's the commander's like, "Argh!" And then he sort of turns around to try and deal with what's behind him, and you just sort of slap his arm away, and you hear "Argh!" Like his arm just gets bent around, and you take his gun and pistol whip him forward. He rolled a 25, and he's also got drugs in him, so you definitely took him off guard. It was almost
drugs
like
are better.
your advantage is that he looked straight ahead of him, and you're like 3 feet lower than that. So yeah, you managed to take his gun, and which is a shotgun.
Ooh.
His assault rifle is sort of magnetically locked on his side, and yeah, that's your turn. You have a bonus action.
Bonus action. I got nothing. I honestly thought that was a lot for
Okay.
me.
The quad is up, and I don't know why I wrote down. Where's Cyber? The quad is up. They're immediately turning around and just firing a hail of bullets into. You see two sort of miniguns on either side of its massive, heavily armored head portion. It's like sort of thick disc-like head, and the disc itself is maybe 5 feet wide, and two guns on either side. I want everybody, minus you, Tink, to roll a dexterity plus evasion check. As it turns around and just starts ripping through the grating. Dexterity or evasion check, please. Evasion check. And just so you guys see, 7 and above, and something happens. You guys are always one number off from catastrophe.
21?
What'd you get?
17.
Okay.
21.
You take 21, or you don't take 21.
Our color keeps popping.
Yeah.
There was a slight barrier in the way, so I'll take some damage off. 24 points of damage. 12 points of damage. And remember, you're consider your armor first.
That's not much.
And we still have Adina to take Adina's turns and everything?
Oh, and I need to roll for her and Adalon.
Wow, yeah, I'm not doing too. My armor is down to 5.
Mine's at 6.
You see Adalon just do like a cartwheel. And he sort of like ducks down by you, Tink. He's like, whew. Away from most of the shots. He got a natural 10 again.
Nice.
Dina rolled all right, so she takes half damage. So you just hear sort of whimpering as there's like depressions.
She has the +2 to armor for the solar robes.
Yeah, so she made her roll. She doesn't take any damage. That's what I was. You see depressions in the fabric of the coat that you gave her as they just like.
Oh my god.
The bullets fall out, and she's like, you feel her grab your back, Netra, as she's just gasping for air. And as she grabs your back, you actually feel a little bit of like you get a headache. You're like, yeah. She's sorry.
It's taking my life force.
Surge of power.
Next up, Netra, give
that,
me
oh,
a
okay.
competing, give me a competing interface check.
Ooh.
Someone's coming after me, huh? What did you get?
Whatever you got,
No,
I got 5
what did you
over.
get? Because you have luck, and I don't.
Oh, I have luck?
Don't you have luck?
Oh. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant I get it advantage or
No.
1. I got a 1. But with everything, it's a 19.
You just hear, you get like an immediate sort
But
of
what did you get?
warning. 26. You get an immediate warning, like an immediate burst of red across your screen, warning, and then your screen just cracks,
Oh, no.
and your headset fries.
Great.
Your headset's still functional, but you were just out net-runned by the netrunner across the way,
Bitch.
and you take actually.
What? Your pop-up blocker wasn't enough?
You take straight up damage.
Damn,
The-
you're using
your
AOL
ar- your
5.0.
Your pathetic armor makes no
AOL
difference right
hacker.
now.
Mm.
Are you kidding me? You're
I'll-
lucky. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1. A total of 11 points.
Yes.
Why does this always happen to me?
Because it is not my time to
Um,
die.
that guy's gonna make a competing brawling check. Again.
Also, is Adina's turn already used up?
No,
This
you guys haven't used her turn.
Can I do something for her?
Yes. Do you want to do it now?
Sure. Well, I can wait till he's done her.
25.
He just rushes towards you, bear hugs you as you're like, ha ha! And you're like, oh no! As he just grabs you and throws you over the ledge.
What? Ah! Do I still have a shotgun?
Yeah, you still have a shotgun.
He's doing that Street Fighter Ultimate. move with that
But you do
Zangief dance?
take 1 point of straight damage.
He just grabs
Can
you.
I try and Trinity his ass with that shotgun midair?
You must misunderstand that you still have a turn.
This is my drug turn.
Oh, your drug turn. You get 1 drug turn for every drug. So Tink can go just walk past people.
So sorry, real quick. When you said straight damage, that's you mean like to my hit points?
Yeah, just 1 point because it's technically brawling damage. A 1, that sucks. 9. You start to see the duelist, like you start to hear like the sparking of machinery and the reactivation of small engine. But that's about it. And then Netra, you're up now.
So for Adina's turn, I would like to hand off the second Cloctopus and tell her it's time to play one of your favorite games. Hot potato.
Ooh!
Pass it off to the quad. Pass it off to the quad. He's gonna lose. I bet you he'll lose.
Okay, so Adina gets excited by the prospect of playing a game. Unfortunately, this game only lasts for, well, you'll see. And so it'll be another. Okay. The clock. So Adina starts to play with it and turns it on and is like, ha! As the cloctopus actually starts to just automatically rotate around her body, and you hear the ticking timer go off, and she's just like, she's like, oh, sorry, can't play with you anymore, and she just throws it over the edge, and it's just this splay of flailing clockwork limbs that just slap around the face of the quadruped as it's just and then you see its top panel just pop open, its hatch, and the cloctopus flies over to the commando, and just as the commando is taking out his assault rifle and aiming it at Adina, the cloctopus wraps around him and detonates.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Huh?
Wait.
We're all 30 feet, so we get
Wow, you guys are just outside of the threshold of 30 feet.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
planned this.
I calculated that from here.
As you see the leader start to, you hear his machinery start to wind up and I'm gonna fuck these mother. And so you only have the Netrunner left currently. And where's the other where's the other tentacle that we had?
There.
Thank you. Okay, so the Adalon is up, and he takes his gun off his back and is like, sometimes it's not fun being with you guys. And he's just gonna go take a shot at the Netrunner across the way, who is behind cover, so it's probably not going to hit.
I holding out my sniper rifle. Want to use this? It'll just probably hit it better.
No, this is my baby. He just fires one of the cryo nodes into the wall as it and freezes the whole thing. And so now you can pretty much consider it paper. The opposite wall. I set him up, and you guys I guess you guys set him up and knock him down. Just happy to be here.
No, Adina knocks him down, and yeah.
Yoan, we're coming for you. Stay put.
Sorry, just to clarify, which wall are we talking about? The one that was behind the Netrunner?
In front of the Netrunner.
And I see, the
wall
one
in
that would be
between the
taking
Netrunner.
cover.
Yeah.
Behind? Okay.
Yeah, okay. So the Astraea, you're back up.
Oh, I guess the only thing up is the Netrunner across the way. I guess I'll just take another sniper shot at it. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and fire. Cover doesn't count for them. Their armor still does.
That most likely hits since it's
Go ahead and roll damage.
26, I think. Yeah.
The workers, commanded by one individual in particular, this large, bushy, dark black beard, seems to be maybe late 50s, early 60s, thick forearms, definitely used to working, is just commanding his workers, and they are hopping over the quad and just almost their touch just disassembles things automatically. They're swarming over this quad, and it's just legs falling apart, screws just like, you know, pattering on the ground. Both of the guns, as they start to pick them up, and they're like working them, trying to see how they work and everything. And they're continuing this stream of just takedowns while the robos are still powered down, because you start to hear engines like repower themselves back on from the robos. So you don't have, it's not like the EMP completely eliminated them. It's like a timed thing. It released a pulse, and now their secondary power sources are kicking in. So sorry, how much damage did you get?
23.
23 points of damage.
2 6s, 2 3s, and a 5.
Netrunners are not very hefty, so you just hear a shattering of ice and metal, and an explosion of metal components slap against the opposite wall as their body also just drags against the length of the floor and knocks against the...
We're like, Alex, you there? Alex. Nope, not there, gone.
Alex? Oh, jeez. I don't know how that reference is appropriate here, but...
It's cybery. It's futuristic.
Spoilers!
Yeah, well, you can't. Nobody knows what we're talking about. It was such an obscure
reference. We
reference.
all say what it's from.
I don't think they've seen it. We asked
Good.
on our stream.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, right now, I would say you guys have a turn, and please knock over the commando.
Okay.
The quadruped you don't have to worry about. The leader and the riot you don't have to worry about, and the the leader and the duelist you don't have to worry about. And they're currently running up to the advanced unit.
Get him!
You
Get him!
have 2 rounds, so
Get the sniper as well. Or whatever the advanced unit, or the other unit.
yeah. So what are you guys doing?
I'd like to use my turn. So are you essentially saying that we're out of combat, but we
Temporarily,
can move out of initiative order?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to get up. Take a moment to be amazed by whatever they're, however they're disassembling these units with. Man, I butchered that sentence. Anyway, I want to move towards the advanced unit at the top of the staircase, and just watch. I'm impressed.
Okay. The guy's like,
My God, you guys are good.
he's currently got like an Omni tool type gauntlet on that has 2 interlocking gears that he's sort of like using to rough up a spot, and then sort of like mechanisms will come out of, like, the gears will separate, mechanisms will come out and just like take care of all the small like disassembling portions, and he's like, we wouldn't be here without you guys. Do you want this flamethrower?
Actually, I already got one, but thank you.
I'll take it.
No, she won't.
I want it.
It's with he looks at you and then looks at her. What did you do?
I took down all of these robos
Believe me,
with my EMP
she'll put that to use.
Adalon's like, yeah, trust me. She's gotten us out of quite a few sticky situations. I honestly can't tell if it's her or Adina over here, but they make a great team. And he's like, well, you want the flamethrower?
Yeah.
And he like hefts up this large, like maybe 50 to 60 pound drum with a fuel tank connected to it, and it looks extremely cumbersome. And even the leopard starts like back away a little bit as it like accidentally discharges some flame. Not the leopard, the flamethrower.
That's also concerning.
It's like a makeshift flamethrower.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if I can find any pieces to try and like rig this flamethrower onto, like, make like a little saddle that goes over the the leopard, and there's a counterweight to hold the flamethrower onto one side.
Is the guy's like, I was going to give this to my son, but do you want the other arm too?
The other arm? Sure.
As he turns around from the massive form of the advanced unit obscuring what he's picking up, and he lifts up this minigun.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
We're gonna need it.
You're having like a
You can
small
carry it.
what He-Man.
Yeah.
What was that animal that He-Man had? Like
He's
a puma or
cowardly
something?
tiger.
Yeah, what was
Tiger?
that?
It was probably a tiger.
Yeah, the tiger that was green.
I would say yeah.
was
It's
cowardly.
it's going to be a heck of a check.
A heck of a check.
What a heck of a check, sir.
Can I help him with like tech stuff and everything? Like connecting it all together, making sure it's clean and correctly weighted.
I would say
Like
you.
maybe I can amp up the leopard's like inner workings so that it's like even stronger. Like tighten the springs. I don't know.
I'll
Sure,
do
yeah.
it.
Roll at advantage.
Yeah.
One of the workers is helping you.
I'll
Don't say
even
it's
use
me.
all the rest of my
Such
luck.
a good job.
as well.
Wow.
I'll use pre-luck.
It just turns out I'm just petting the side.
First
of the
one's a
leopard.
9.
Yeah.
Dang. 6 and a 9.
That's what he said.
Uh,
Babe,
20
I'll be the
or-
9 this time. You be the 6. I'm tired of being the 6.
That's not what anybody said.
because of oh wait, never mind. It is
Rolled
25.
one.
25.
Oh, sorry. I did not add my luck to that. That was a straight with rolls and tech and basic tech. It was 25. With all the rest of my luck, it is 29.
Okay, I would say you are.
Fully depleted on luck.
Sorry. You have successfully secured it to this creature. Secured both of them. However, it kind of needs a pilot. Like, it needs somebody to operate them.
Can that be me?
If you want, but it would be either fire these or hack.
Well, if Adina's riding on it with me, can it be like I can fire, and then if I want to hack, I'll get off and she can take over?
Adina, it would be very clear that if she gets any command to murder somebody or harm them badly, she won't do it. So it's like literally commanding a minigun Adina's not going to be down to do it. She actually looks down and says, "That looks really scary now. Those are so loud, aren't they?"
They're giant noisemakers. They'll just make the leopard noisy. That's it.
But
What about Adalon, huh? You want your cat, don't you?
Yeah, I want my cat.
Adina goes, I mean, at this point, I want it to be everyone, but it's either us or them. It seems like if we don't come out on top here, more people will die.
We'll
I'll
only
do it if you
use
need
it
me
if we
to,
need it.
Netra.
And you'll get to name.
We're really just forcing
Will
them
I
to
be
kill
as
people.
strong when I grow up? This doesn't phase you guys.
You know, killing will always change you.
You'll have a different kind of strength.
It'll definitely change you. Maybe not for the better, but well,
If I can be anything like you guys, it'll be for the better.
you don't want to be like us. You want to be better than us.
And Yowen comes up to you, the guy in charge, to the group of you guys. We don't have to have the map cam anymore.
Yowen?
Yowen is the guy that Adalon was like, "We're coming down."
Yeah, the bartender. Isn't he still back?
No,
in the bar?
that's not Yowen.
Oh.
That's like Rev, something like that. Gearhead Yowen is what he's called here, and he goes, and he's already, before he actually comes to you guys, he has a quick huddle with his team, points in a few different directions, and they start scattering, and they start to go to various different machines control units, and starts to like check out the different components, start to repair things, and they're turning around and like putting a thumbs up. They're not turning anything on now because it'll notify anybody around. But Yowen says, "We're gonna prepare the gears for liftoff. We're gonna need the shepherd to help control everything, but as soon as you guys get that big guy back up and running, we'll be good to hit the ground running. Get the F out of here. Defenses will be up and running. We'll do our job. You just let us know. And we won't let them get the jump on us again. Thanks, by the way."
No problem. Glad we could get this place back online. We're headed to the Shepherd next, right, Adalon?
Yeah, if we can make it there. It's a small journey. Best I can tell, we're underneath the wording willow right now. So we just have a little bit longer to go before we're at the steps of the leopard's cradle.
What were you saying, Netra?
Maybe we can take these guys out of their exoskeletons. Take one for each of us.
Oh, yeah!
What if you take the big guy at the top of the stairs, and I take this commander?
One of the workers like looks around while he's like in that pulling up pants position with the with the lower portion of the.
Oh, that's what you meant
exoskeleton
by
already
they
on.
were.
They are scavengers and
Maybe
like great with their hands.
he can
so
have
he
the
goes,
bottom level commander. I'll have the upper level commander.
he just goes, "No, you're right. You're right." Yeah, get the shepherd back for us. I'll loan it to you.
And
Thanks, friend.
before we leave, we'll hand these over to the Shepherd. So they're yours at that point.
Honestly, these suits are actually kind of archaic to what the Dain use. I'm surprised that we're losing as much as... Well, no, I'm not, because most of our defenses are down. But, yeah, pretty much like... New Samarkand's technology is actually more advanced in many ways than Robo City 16's. They just weren't... I'm picturing a giant Statue of Liberty to come down on them. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys... So you guys have... So there was only one exoskeleton. There's a bunch of salvageable, like, cybernetic components and things, like the chaff shoulders, cybernetic legs, for jumping, speed, so on and so forth.
You should get those.
But it will take some time, and time is what you don't really have. As you actually hear... dang it, I forgot about these.
I'm gonna go into the nearest unit and rip out the berserker unit and take it with me. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, there is the commando has a sort of like an almost like an override system built inside of it to pretty much put it into berserker mode. Didn't get a chance to use it, but
Tank. Do you want the exosuit, and I'll take the legs and pauldrons?
Now you're talking, baby.
So yeah, can he get the exosuit, and I'll try and get those legs to work for jumping and stuff.
you're just like, I'm riding a cheetah that has a flamethrower and a minigun, and I want legs, and this, and that. Yes, if you can roll very high, you'll be able to also you'll also be able to cut off your legs, Netra, and put
what?
on...
It's not like an exosuit thing, like metal thing, like I just stand in them?
No, they're robots. It's literally like the lower portion of their legs.
No,
Maybe
okay,
not
look,
that.
you have a battle cheetah. Okay.
Fine. Can
Leave
I
the
have the
legs.
shoulder pauldrons?
Yeah.
Astraea, you want anything?
It's
brought-
just
Bunch
like
of stuff around here.
got an arm like over her shoulder. It's got like an ammo bandoliers.
We could share these
no.
pauldrons. You want one?
I don't want the pauldrons. I don't want any of this stuff. It's all garbage.
I don't
You
even
can
know
take
what
it.
this does. She like holds up a Rubik's cube.
It looks so cool.
Yeah. You hear pump over the speakers system, similar to what you've heard when you've heard Kennedy's voice before, and you hear citizens of prior New Samarkand. You know, I've changed my mind. New Samarkand will, from this day forward, be claimed by Robo City 16 and be designated Robo Province 72. It's really not that you're the 72nd province or anything. To join our rule, I just hate that number. It belonged to my degenerate cousin. So, welcome aboard.
Petty.
Not for long.
Petty little bastard.
On that note, are we ready?
You can you
Yeah.
can sense that there's a bit of an unhinged aspect of Kennedy.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I will put the pauldrons on.
Vigola pop.
Okay, give me
565.
a tech plus cyber tech.
Is there anything I have to roll for the exosuit?
Tech plus cyber tech, or actually tech plus basic tech, since
There you go.
basic tech or cyber tech, because you're gonna have to hook it up into an interface.
Okay.
22.
Okay, you're good to go. Shoulder pauldrons, just more simple. It's just Velcro.
25.
25. Yep, you're also good. As tank now more
Battle tank.
more appropriately
Online.
assuming his natural form.
So what do these do?
Oh, the
I think-
so you can once you activate them, pretty much any up close and personal physical attacks are at disadvantage.
And that's for me as well?
No. You just
Oh.
have more armor. Your armor is now 20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Maybe when we have some more time, Tank, we can attach that minigun and fire flamethrower to your
Oh,
exosuit.
yeah. Now we're talking.
Okay. Adalon approaches the opposite door. The opposite bulkhead. Says, thanks, Yowen. We're counting on you. We'll give you the signal when everything's ready. Come on, guys. We've got a Kennedy to assassinate.
Too soon. I'm kidding.
I honestly have no concept of how appropriate saying anything like that is. Zero whatsoever. So I probably shouldn't say it,
Maybe say, you know, dictator, tyrant,
A
a
dick.
robo. Only because we know some Kennedy relatives, you know?
but, oh.
Well, they're the
way to-
same.
Way to name drop there. Okay, so what are you guys up to?
Lead the way. Take us to the shepherd.
He opens the door. Are you guys being stealthy? This is he says that to you. Yeah, you guys, what are we doing?
I looked out at my exosuit, and does it read stealthy?
Oh, no. It's pretty much like plate mail, so you'd be at disadvantage.
Nope.
Well, all right then. We have what we need, and we know where we're going.
You said no? What a...
I'm gonna look at you, and then I'm gonna look at the exosuit, and then I'm gonna lift my legs up and down. And you're gonna hear.
Click along, click along, click along.
You also hear knees cracking.
Does this
Every
exosuit
single-
make me look stealthy?
God.
Not at all.
Makes your butt look big though.
But stealthy though, right?
Or sexy. Anyway, all right, so yeah,
Want a big trunk.
I'll I'll motion to I myself will move, and I will motion to the others like, yo, let's go. And I'll get behind Adalon to maintain the same marching order.
Okay. So you guys are barreling down hallway after hallway. This is not your journey coming into the Gears or into New Samarkand even. This is you are taking well-traveled paths at this point. As you're barreling down, Adalon goes, we're almost there. We're almost at the stairs. There's an exit right in front of the main statue. I think we should at least see what's around there. And you hear, who's there? Correction, I see you. Do not be fooled by your own inferior water eyes. I am more dangerous than ever in this very purposeful state you find me in. A superior form, some, no, all would say. Now come close so we can come to a lethal disagreement. And you hear this coming down, like, if you take coming down the next extension of the hallway. Of the corridor, I should say. It sounds like it's coming from a robo. Adalon sort of like puts a hand up to you guys.
I'm gonna try and hack it.
Okay. You need to see it, and you also need to be, unless you're ghosting, within 6 feet of it.
I'll ghost.
Okay. As you turn the... your ghost can go 30 feet, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, this is... You'd have to get a little bit closer. As you sort of peek your head down the corridor, you see that there's... Just the first sight you see is it's like littered with a bunch of small moving mechanisms. Almost like wandering aimlessly. On the opposite side, and I mean numerous. If you look down this hallway, it looks like there's maybe 100 of them on the walls, crawling on the catwalk, even some sort of crawling like spiders on the ceiling. All various different, almost like pieces of garbage that have legs. And you see a robo, more of a slider unit, with its head completely blown off. It's like it's got a chin left. And its legs are gone as well. You don't see any legs around. And without a more keen look, that's all you see.
I'm gonna look at the group. I'm gonna pull out a grenade, and we're like,
you hear Blasto! Actually, let me roll to see if he gets you. It's of course gonna be a disadvantage. He has no head. Yeah, no, it fires into the wall harmlessly, like right next to him. And he just like listening.
I'm
doing it! Unless anybody says anything! Fuck it!
Hold on. Adalon grabs your arm and says, I wouldn't do that. As you, he looks at the little robots, the little things crawling on the ground, and says, I think all of these are primed to blow. If you throw that, this entire chamber, all of us, will go up.
And if we don't?
Maybe another way. Or throw it and we run in the opposite direction and hope that we survive an unknown amount of force from whatever these things pack in them.
Sneak around.
I hear the disgusting flapping of flesh and fabric. Flap your gross little toes my way and let's have a chat. I've always respected how your primate minds can be persuaded by words alone.
Now can we play hide and seek?
I promise you, I have the best words over here. Even my sentences are pretty great. Just want to talk.
Should we play a hide and seek?
I mean, whatever you... Adina's like, he just wants to talk, guys. This is the first one that we found that just wants to have a conversation.
Listen, kiddo. This is a trap. You're gonna need to know when a trap is a trap.
When a dog's a dog.
a wolf is a wolf. And this is a wolf.
He seems to have his torso seems to be open and partially glowing. This robo on the opposite side.
Is there? I'm gonna look for anything around us that I might be able to like use my arc. My arc was an arc welder to basically, arc cutter to cut through a chunk of metal to hold in front, and move Netra closer. Try and close the distance and hopefully take some rounds. I'm trying to cut out a just basically if there's any kind of metal that is like part of a wall or a bulkhead that I could hold in front that Netra and I can get behind. And I would like to do this as quick as possible.
Okay, go for it.
We can also use the exosuit as a distraction while we stealth across, since it's so loud.
Well, I don't think we should leave that thing down here.
Need a person to upgrade it?
It'll be I would say tech plus basic tech, I guess.
22.
22. Okay.
There we go.
There's plating all around you, and actually, give me a perception check. As you're like looking around for things initially.
Natural 10.
Oh wow. Okay. Then you.
Natural 7.
Well, I don't know. It looks weird.
On top of having a pretty thick piece of metal right now, you can see that some of the critters are like crawling closer towards you. Like if you get into a certain proximity with a natural 10, it's 3 feet. They'll start to just slowly go towards you. You confirm what Adalon says. You're looking at the small little components inside, and there's something weird about them.
If worse comes to worse, I am prepped to engage the EMP on my helmet.
I mean, yeah, that might be analyzing a little bit more, you do see pipes along the side, and from like the previous chamber, you know that some carry heat, some carry cryo, bless you, and the pipes extend down the length of the corridor. You also see that now that you get a better look at the robo, you see the light is flashing like and it's first you see that it actually has one of those spinny red valves next to it, but it's like shaped like a face. He's like, "It's okay, Wilbert, we'll get out of this." And you can tell that the lit up portion in its central cavity has been turned into a 3D printer, as you see another little critter sort of like crawl out and add itself to the rest of the collected small mobile explosives. And you see that the 3D printer is actually hooked up to this thing's power core, and it's feeding it, like the reason why its legs are not there anymore, it's feeding it its own body. And it actually looks like the power core doesn't have much left in it. You're unsure if it's connected to the rest of the robos, the small little creatures, but that's pretty much the scene that you have.
So it's using its body as the material that is being used to fabricate these tiny little robos?
Yeah.
Oh, that's resourceful. Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Come on, Netra. Let's get you closer. Hack it the second you can. Otherwise, I gotta flip the switch.
All right.
So, just really quickly, why wouldn't you use the antenna?
Because I've never used it before. I don't know how long the EMP lasts, and we're trying to move quickly, and I don't want Netra to be unable to hack.
Okay.
That's my logic.
You figure you have to clear 5 more feet, and that's within the waiting explosive devices. So, are you just sort of pushing the door on the ground or the piece of metal on the ground? How are you proceeding forward that's not going to make them explode immediately?
You know, the way you make it sound, I'm gonna look at Netra, and
It's worth it. I'm gonna lift up my visor and put my visor like on my forehead and be like,
and I'm gonna look at you and be like, ugh, and I'm gonna flip
How dare
the
you.
switch.
I will let you know that I wiped my eyes yesterday.
You also see a disgusting, sweaty old man grimace at you, at how you look. So,
It's a mutual
Take a
disgust.
shower the moment
submit
you can.
yourselves to an annihilation! As it sort of like, its power sputters a little bit.
All right. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but we gotta get the heck out of here.
And as we're doing that, I'm gonna toss that piece of I don't know, like metal plating aside and scoop up. I don't know. You think I can hold like 4 of these?
4 of the little explosives?
Yeah. I don't know how big
Sorry,
they are.
from your perception check, you know that if they touch you, they will explode.
Oh, I thought they're all like disarmed now because
What disarm them?
I thought they needed some kind of maybe like electrical signal from.
Yeah, and he's still alive.
Did you set off your antenna?
Oh, and they're proximal.
Or...
Yeah.
I guess. No.
I'll just grab out one of these.
I assumed I knew how
It's like
these...
every solution you come up. Maybe I did a terrible job of explaining the scenario, but you're like, touch the explosives.
He just really
I
wants
am
to
on
touch
drugs,
the
so
explosives.
my logic should be questioned.
Adalon just looks at you, Astraea, is like, do you always let them solve the problems?
As you can see right now, I am bleeding out. This usually happens, so I just let them do what they want to do until we, find some help.
Okay.
Okay, well then, with a new, renewed knowledge that came from seemingly nowhere, I'm going to look back at the rope and be like,
Don't touch these.
What gave you the idea, the giant glowing production?
I have no idea. It's like I didn't know. And then I did.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I will then try to, tippy-toe my way around these. Or find another way.
You're going to try and move quickly enough to tippy-toe? I would say give me
If there's a way
Dex
around-
plus evasion.
Sorry, real quick.
Adalon, is this the only way out? Is there another way around these?
Adina goes, I can help you.
Yeah, let's do it.
She sort of like hops from the leopard onto your back, and you feel lighter. You feel like you have advantage on your dexterity.
Oh,
Wow.
As she goes, wait, I have another game. And she says, my friends back in the underground taught me. And she goes, she just sort of like looks at the length of the path in front of her. She goes, how'd it go again? Okay. And then you just start to see the little robots spread apart in the shape of squares, like hopscotch. This is explaining you having advantage on your roll.
Bottscotch?
When were you at the underground, Adina? I told you never to go there unless you're supervised. How did you get there?
I was born in the underground. My parents are there.
Unacceptable. I told you not to go there. You disobedient.
26.
I didn't even know you then.
Yes, you did. No excuses.
27?
26.
Okay. You managed to, as you hop your first foot inside of the open circle, the small little critters get closer, but they sort of hold at a certain perimeter. Hop to the next one. Hop to the next one. 2 feet. 1 foot. 1 foot. 2 feet. 1 foot. 1 foot. 2 feet. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't hear exploding. What's going on now? And you start to see him like start to just like fiddle with his circuitry. Gotta do things yourself. Little...
Wait, so he's disabled, but he's now trying to do things manually?
He has his arms still. Like he's feeding his. He had to rewire his entire upper body to be able to make things to like preserve his life in this situation. And so he just has his arm. So right now he's frantically like ripping wires out, trying to rewire them together. It's not clear that he even knows what he's doing. So it's almost like a race against time. And you make it to him as he's like, they're right in front of me, aren't they, Wilbert? Well, looks like we all have to go. And you see him slowly bring 2 wires.
No, I'm gonna reach out and try and grab his hands.
Okay.
Weren't you setting off your EMP thing?
I already did.
You already did.
But his
Wait, you set off the EMP thing?
Yeah, I thought I did.
You never said
No, you never said that. So
That's
you still
why
have an
there was
EMP
so much
thing.
I said I
confusion.
said I flipped the switch.
Oh, because
'Cause-
all of them would have died.
That's why I
immediately.
was like, wait a minute,
in,
why
in
are
a
they
10-foot
still going
vicinity,
to?
they would have like dropped like flies, like in the Matrix.
Oh, that's why I was so confused.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Then if you flipped it, then
At the
10 feet?
Adina's
was,
just
like,
sleeping on
confused.
your shoulders.
That's
now.
why I was like,
Come on, let's go.
Adina's sleeping on your shoulders. She's no longer awake. Her scarf is also not working.
I'm carrying the leopard.
With a machine gun and a
Dragging the
flamethrower.
leopard more so.
so that's why I was saying.
Your
now
exoskeleton
can I
also
pick
doesn't
some
work.
of these up?
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you. I'm so sorry.
I said
didn't think
at
that-
the moment that I think like it's too dangerous, I'm gonna flip the switch, and then I said I flipped the switch, and then I asked if I could pick some of them up. But it's fine. But knowing that they're now disabled, can I grab like, depending on their size?
Well,
like
hold on.
2?
Do
all
you
of them
want the?
disabled?
So it progressed without you having the EMP on, and you grabbed his hands. So if you want to keep it that way, or if you want to have the EMP on and just get rid of all of them, then it's up to you. But your EMP would be depleted after this.
They're only in a 10-foot radius?
You could always. Yeah, it's just a 10-foot radius, and this hallway is about 8 feet wide.
I'm. Okay. Since I have his hands, let's just keep it there then. I'm going to try and pull his hands apart.
You see his fingers as you're pulling his hands apart just start to like his bottom fingers articulate in this weird way that grab the wire and start pushing it closer together.
No!
As you're pulling them apart.
No, you don't.
Is there like an opposing roll or anything?
Yeah, do a Dex plus evasion or brawling, whatever you want to do.
Natural 10, maybe.
Okay, yeah, you just
Can I try and rip his arms off?
yeah, with your exoskeleton, and it's very again, it's a slight robo. It's a very small, like definitely seems to be oriented more towards espionage than anything else. And you just well, Wilbert, we had a good run.
It's Wilson.
I heard that all robos go see the big machine in the sky
It's a lie.
when they die.
They don't.
Tell Breaker I said
Where
hello.
will we be designated? Shut up, human.
He
Just
doesn't
finish
have a
it.
head, right?
Yeah, it's this like it's just a jaw. That's like it's like sputtering coming up from. It's actually just speaking through a speaker. You see like a Radio Shack speaker at the back of its esophagus.
Okay. I'd like to shove the barrel of my shotgun, my new shotgun, in its mouth and pull the trigger, or like down it, basically like down its neck.
Shotgun down its neck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, this guy reminds me of that weird cartoon with that dog and that kid with the glasses. I don't know why.
So I don't know how we ended up here. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, that's more like it. just like your shotgun just like you see it sticking down an open cavity, and you just shoot into the ground, and it powers down. Like it reached the last of its power source.
All right. I'm gonna turn around to the group and be like,
The wheel flies up at your face and attacks you.
the wheel?
Wilbert.
Oh, the face on the wheel. Oh my god.
What is this?
Flies out my. Wait, are you joking? Okay, Jesus.
I kind of like it this way though.
It gets 6.
Get this out of here, Jimmy!
No,
I was wondering what that was.
I see Rummy brought these weird bedazzled jewels into the house, and I see them everywhere. Sorry, Tink, what are you
That is
doing?
balloons.
I've been slowly putting them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna turn to the group and tell them,
Do not, whatever you do, touch any of these little tiny robots.
Well, they should
No,
all be dead
the
though,
lights
right?
go dim.
oh, he was all the lights.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, there's a time limit. If you just waited, he would have literally 3D printed himself to death. Like a minute longer.
Oh, well, I'm on drugs. That never would have been solved.
Yeah.
Okay. And my drugs are on a limit, so, you know, it's a race against time, really. Anyway, I'm going to scoop. How many can I scoop up within reason?
Like 10. There, imagine the soots from Spirited Away. And also, as you get to the other side,
Oh.
Vitalith just, like, waves at you. Like, ooh, it took you long enough.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, Violet. You're drug bot. Here,
Don't try to trick
Drug
me.
bot.
hold on to
Has
some of
this
these.
terrible little ring to it.
Vita drug.
You got any open compartments?
Yeah, can we have that 3D printer?
It's
And I
like
blasted that 3D printer to
Oh, yeah.
the
that's right.
the drug bot, now rebranded, goes, I think I have some, as he like pops a portion open, and like condoms fly out, and he goes,
Whoa!
he just sort of like tries to stuff it back in.
Whoa.
No, I'm afraid I'm all
What about those places?
used up.
I think
That,
we're good there.
Man, I used to
Well,
get
don't
it-
worry, there's more where those come from.
I'm gonna rip out those condoms, and I'm looking at him like,
I'm supposed to be the dirty old man here.
and then I'm gonna start putting as many of these little tiny bots in his compartment.
Okay, you can. I mean, they're like a few inches total, so you can probably get like 4 neatly in the compartment.
I'll take it.
And yeah, these can be all considered micro explosives. Not each one is like a grenade. I would say you do look down, and this is another way we can integrate this. I can just, as a DM, give them hints and things, also, according to the chat. So, just making it clear right now, but for future reference, I might try and just weave it in a bit more narratively. You do sort of, raise your eyebrow as you look at the perfectly shaped 3D printer in the robot's
But didn't I
open
shoot that with a
cavity.
shotgun?
No, I told you stuck the shotgun all the way through its esophagus and then just shot the ground in between its legs that weren't there. And it just powered down.
Oh.
God, I really feel like we're carrying a lot of stuff here, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no time for hobbies.
Yeah, Adalon's just like in the back like, there's a lot of new things here for you guys, I guess. Well,
3D printer, I mean...
We could start a new life selling keychains that we print ourselves. Think of it. We could
Fine.
3D print propaganda.
This
Yeah.
one can
New
say
life.
Stacy. This one can say Adam.
I'm gonna take it because I see the potential.
It does 3D print bombs.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab it. I'll
Right?
toss 5 of
Yeah.
the little mini things just on the ground and then rip out arc cutter my way through to grab this 3D printer.
okay, it's one of those, it's like a perfectly shaped, the ones you see at the kiosks at the mall?
Yeah.
You just cut it, you cut a few wires, and you just take it out. It's a perfectly presented one, and it's got like previous schematic proximal bomb.
Great. And if I love it. If
And you can even like it's so small you can even just like attach it to your hip as like
yeah,
a feature.
I'm gonna arc weld it
Wow.
to I was literally about to say I'm gonna like put it on my upper quad and just arc weld it in place right there, and yeah.
You got really lucky. Tank.
Yeah, man, you guys really do have too many things. Right now.
This is I don't want. I've already done it. Jinx myself. But this has been the highest I've ever rolled in a single game. All thanks to drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, my saddlebags are full. Everybody ready to step?
I'm ready. I'm riding my leopard.
With Adina, either who's carrying Adina?
I'll as soon as
Thought everything
Netra
was
gets
powered
back
down right
up to
now.
me.
No, he didn't use the EMP, so
Yeah, there's a misunderstanding. As soon as Netra makes her way back up, I'll motion, like for her to
Adina
go
can get on the
from
leopard.
my shoulders to Netra's. To the cheetahs, I guess. Back.
oh wait, never mind. Adina's not passed out because you didn't use the EMP.
Right.
So never mind. She's good to go. She's
It's like a piggyback ride.
yeah.
Or shoulder ride.
Well, no, she's good to ride either in front or behind on the leopard again.
Oh.
She's all good to go.
Yeah, she's behind.
Okay.
On the leopard.
Same marching order.
Okay. Adalon goes in front again and kind of blown away by your guys' problem-solving skills. This is
Impressive, right?
no wonder you've made it so far. Right this way. We're almost there. Just a few more turns. And it's dead silent as you guys progress. There's this feeling of getting closer. There's this feeling of approaching what could be death. The unknown of Kennedy, your adversary since your days of just hearing his speeches over the entirety of Robo City 16. Always been a figure that you've wanted to replace, that you wanted revenge on in some way. Maybe even directly associating some of your allies' deaths, some of your hardship, most of your hardships, maybe even all of them. As these thoughts get more and more intensified, as you see a single ladder with a light streaming down. It's just literally just a light that's on. It is closed. And Adalon says, well, this is it. And you do hear some activity from up above. And he starts climbing the ladder. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. As he gets to the top, he slowly sort of like pushes a bit harder than he expected. That was kind of a fart sound, but whatever. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's a serious situation, but I've been holding it this whole time.
I fart to make him feel better.
Oh god.
Kennedy's just like, who's that?
Shotguns us all in the
Yeah.
face.
No, but what you see
Yeah.
as he opens it, as he opens the grate, is the red, cloudy atmosphere that you saw when you were above ground in the city of New Samarkand after the climate control was turned off. And what you see silhouetted from the red background, very SS General-like, only metal, both literal and figurative. Standing triumphantly wearing a steel and steeled face. Raising the knight, leader of the Dain by a saber through the heart. The knight's spear is sticking into Kennedy's golden pauldron in the shape of an eagle, with its wings stretched across the shoulder. But it doesn't seem to be bothering the machine boss much as he addresses the knight. You prance around as though you're not human in this fabrication you wear. You cannot escape the filth if you were born of it. And he tosses him aside as lightning red streaks in the background, and you see, peeking up a little bit more, the large iron face hovering over the leopard's cradle, with one massive metallic arm of this titan grabbing what can only be the core of the shepherd. Many cables seem to be broken and streaming off the side. Some even oil is spilling out of the side. It's unclear what kind of damage has been done as lights are flickering on the outside. There seems to be some power left in it. And there are other units in the, what is the courtyard, in between the 4 towers of the Leopard's Cradle. And this is where we will pick up next time on SASAPUNKS.
I'm picturing that giant Robo on stage of the Muse concert.
Picture more of a feminine form. A feminine version of that. This is the Wings of Liberty statue, the female sort of like large wing holding a sword up in the air, that you actually hacked into once upon a time and felt this very powerful and menacing force inside. So, thank you guys for joining us. Again, spending your valuable Thursday evening with us Sasapunks. Remember, if you like what you saw here, like, share, subscribe, show the world, tell the world. Let's build a big, awesome, loving, amazing cyberpunk family.
Tell your plants.
Tell your plan. Tell your plan.
Tell them.
And remember the giveaway. If anybody just wants a bandana, just tell them to come around the stream at like 8:30, 8:50 next week to get a chance.
It's a cool bandana.
Yeah, and we'll strip to make them stay, or do something, other things, whatever happens to be. So,
Only you.
as always, until
We won't do
fate
that.
next brings us together, and
Never stop playing role-playing games.
Unless you're trading GameStop stock.